Liverpool's search for defensive reinforcements has taken another dramatic twist, and this latest update may come as a surprise to many supporters. After an outstanding World Cup campaign reignited his reputation, and reports emerged suggesting Jed Spence had been offered to Liverpool, speculation quickly gathered pace over whether the Tottenham fullback could be heading to Anfield. But despite the excitement, fresh information has now painted a very different picture. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Spence has been heavily linked with Liverpool over recent weeks, with many fans believing the versatile 25-year-old would be an ideal addition to Andoni Iraola's squad, capable of operating on either flank and counting as a homegrown player. He appeared to tick plenty of boxes, especially given Liverpool's current injury crisis in defence. The rumours intensified when reports claimed Spence had been offered to both Liverpool and Manchester United, seemingly opening the door to a blockbuster Premier League move. However, respected journalists Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs have since moved to cool those reports, insisting Liverpool are not actively pursuing the Tottenham defender. According to Jacobs, the Reds are not currently working on a deal for Spence and remain fully focused on alternative transfer targets. While Liverpool are still expected to strengthen defensively before the September 1st deadline, their priorities appear to lie elsewhere. The need for reinforcements is obvious. Joe Gomez, Giovanni Leone, Jeremy Jacquet, and Connor Bradley are all sidelined through injury, leaving Virgil van Dijk as the club's only fit senior centre-back. Meanwhile, Jeremy Frimpong has effectively become Liverpool's first-choice right-back, despite the coaching staff viewing him as a more versatile option rather than a long-term specialist in that role. The Athletic's James Pearce has confirmed Liverpool are actively assessing the market, but he also suggested a move for an out-and-out fullback isn't currently the club's priority. Instead, the Reds are believed to be targeting a defender capable of covering both centre-back and right-back, a profile similar to Gomez's versatility rather than a specialist like Spence. Journalist David Lynch has echoed that stance, explaining Liverpool's immediate focus remains on attacking additions, with PSG duo Bradley Barcola and Ibrahim Mbaye occupying much of the club's attention. Only once those pursuits develop could Liverpool turn their attention back towards defensive recruitment. From Spence's perspective, it's easy to understand why he's exploring his options. Tottenham have strengthened at left-back with the signing of Andy Robertson, while Pedro Porro has committed his future by signing a new long-term contract, leaving Spence's pathway to regular football far from guaranteed. On paper, a move to Liverpool seemed to make plenty of sense. However, the latest reports suggest the club simply doesn't view him as the right fit for the role they're trying to fill. It's also worth remembering that when a player is reported to have been offered to clubs, that often originates from representatives testing the market rather than the selling club actively pushing for a transfer. So despite the headlines and growing speculation following Spence's impressive World Cup performances, Liverpool's stance appears clear for now. Unless their priorities change dramatically before the transfer window closes, this is a deal that looks unlikely to materialize, with the Reds continuing their search for a different defensive profile that better suits Iraola's long-term vision. In other news, Cody Gakpo has long been viewed as a key part of Liverpool's attack, but fresh reports now suggest the Dutch international is open to joining Tottenham, with the North London club stepping up their pursuit in a deal that could quickly gather momentum. For weeks, Liverpool's public stance has been that Gakpo is not for sale. However, as the transfer window develops and the Reds continue their pursuit of PSG duo Bradley Barcola and Ibrahim Mbaye, that position may no longer be as firm as it once seemed. Journalist David Lynch has revealed that while Liverpool are not actively looking to offload Gakpo, the winger is far from untouchable. According to Lynch, the club would be willing to listen to offers in the region of 60 to 70 million pounds, particularly if it helps finance further attacking reinforcements. That immediately changes the complexion of Tottenham's interest. Roberto De Zerbi is determined to add another marquee attacking signing this summer, and Gakpo has emerged as one of Spurs' priority targets. More significantly, reports now suggest the Liverpool star himself is receptive to the move, with Tottenham pushing hard behind the scenes to make a deal happen. The interest isn't just coming from England either. Highly respected Dutch journalist Rick Elfrink has also confirmed that Gakpo was open to joining Tottenham earlier this summer, although Liverpool have so far refused to cooperate. His update suggests negotiations are far from over, ending simply with "to be continued," a strong indication that this transfer saga still has plenty of life left in it. Liverpool's own transfer business could ultimately decide everything. The Reds remain heavily involved in negotiations for Bradley Barcola, while they are also working on a deal for highly rated PSG youngster Ibrahim Mbaye. New manager Andoni Iraola reportedly wants 5 senior wide options available this season, meaning Liverpool are unlikely to approve Gakpo's departure until replacements are secured. That gives Liverpool plenty of leverage. Having only signed Gakpo to a new 5-year contract last summer, the Reds are under no pressure to sell. If Tottenham are serious about landing the 27-year-old, they'll almost certainly have to meet Liverpool's valuation, which could exceed £60 million. There's another important factor to consider as well. Iraola has barely had the opportunity to assess Gakpo since arriving at Anfield. The Dutch forward only recently returned to training after being granted extended leave following the heartbreaking miscarriage suffered by his partner after the World Cup. Before any final decision is made, the Liverpool boss may want to evaluate exactly where Gakpo fits into his plans. Even so, Tottenham's determination appears genuine. And with Gakpo reportedly willing to consider the switch, this is no longer just another rumour. Right now, Liverpool still hold all the cards. They don't need to sell. Gakpo is under a long-term contract, and any departure is likely to depend on Barcola or Mbaye arriving first.